Coming up next, we got to talk about, of course, the matchup we saw with Arc and Janus facing off against their former team today. It was the Washington Justice going up against the NYXL, but the top team in the Atlantic Division, well, they dominated this one from start to finish. No 3-1s when you're playing the NYXL. These guys came in and closed out strong.
Yeah, gave Flower a bit of playtime, didn't they? Which is always nice. We finally saw him on the big stage, unfortunately, on Brigitte for the majority of it. But, you know.
How do you think he did, Brent?
On Brigitte? Can't
Just
tell.
in general.
Because he had so much hype. 2017,
yeah.
like MVP of the World Cup, at least the flashiest player.
He had some funny moments, but I think it comes down to a point that you were making earlier in the show, is that it doesn't really fit on this New York Excelsior squad because they're not a flashy team. You know, it seems like you could replace Carpe with Flower and he'd be a better fit. You know what I mean?
Sure.
In terms of
right,
in terms of his play style. But I definitely don't. He's not
that's
awful.
good,
He's not the worst player in the league. I mean,
that's a good thing.
there's a Reddit narrative, right? I gotta shut this down a little.
Shut it down, Brent.
That he's this washed-up player, you know, because we haven't seen him play. To be fair, didn't have the greatest of time in contenders. You know, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are worse players, I think, in the Overwatch League right now.
Oh, for sure there are. Of course there are. But the question really is what he adds to the NYXL.
Not
Why
much.
do you think that would be maybe a really good thing, sorry, for them? Just to add that flashiness in?
Yeah, because there's just, I don't know, like you can predict, not that it's helping other teams to actually win against NYXL, but technically you can predict what kind of style they're playing. You do know where they're coming, but like, they have their set plays, and nothing really surprises. They're just so good at execution that, you know, like they're still winning it. Even if you see it coming, they're still winning it. But now adding this X Factor with Flower in there, like, I'm not expecting my Widowmaker to grapple onto me when I'm a Hammond on point. Like, that's not what I see coming.
Yeah.
So having that in, if anything, at least it makes it super entertaining to watch. But also, it will pretty likely, it will throw the opponents up. Now think about that. Maybe they're using Flower as a bait. NYXL, they're the team to punish their opponents. So if they send in Flower doing his crazy stuff, and people, oh look, he misstepped. We're gonna, you know,
Flower, Pint, Sabi will be coming in for the Stage 2 playoffs. I'm calling it now. The triple DPS is unleashed.